That's right, boys and girls. We are back live once again for 2019 Africa Cup of Nations, boys and girls. And we're going to take a look at the first games in Groups E and F in just a second. Because you know what? What we got to do now is roll the VT. That was the right one, boys and girls. YouTube a little bit. Trying to get myself to 50 followers. Just too shy right now, boys. Just too shy. The last time I checked, anyhow. But anyway, so in this session, this live session, got a lot to cover as we're going to take a look at the nations in Groups E and F, the opening games and all that. And of course, if you're here, right now, we're going to be taking a look at your predictions. And I can tell you right now, there's got a lot of comments and suggestions and predictions for these videos and for the Africa Cup of Nations for the re-uploads. So when we come back to do Matchday 2 in Groups A and B, we'll have a whole host of predictions to go through. So yes, it looks like the Africa Cup of Nations is looking nice and fruity, and it will get a little bit exciting. Anyway, so let's jump into it and take a look at the nations that occupy Group E. Sorry, we're up to E. Kicking us all off, it is, who do we have here? It is Angola. That's right. They got here by winning Group I. There's so many groups getting themselves through to the knockout phases. They secured their date on the 22nd of March 2019. This is their 8th appearance in the Africa Cup of Nations. The last was back in 2013. Their best ever performance was quarterfinals back in 2008, 2010. They're currently ranked in the FIFA rankings. That's 122 and ranked at 80 to 1 to win the whole trophy, boys and girls. Not just the group, but the whole, going all the way. Joining them, probably one of the favourites for this group is Mali. That's right. They've got Sadio Mane in amongst their ranks. Got a couple other decent players as well. They got here by winning Group C, and they did that on the 17th of the 11th, 2018. They've been here 11 times. The last ever performance was 2017. They've been runner-up just once back in 1972. With the current ranking in the FIFA, 65 in the world, 14 to 1 to win the whole stinking lot. Also in there, bit of a tongue twister this for me, Mauritania, whatever they call them. They're in here. They won. They came as runners-up in Group I. They secured their fate 18th of November 2018. This is their first time in this tournament. Obviously, it's an expanded tournament, so they've never been here before. Currently ranked 103rd in the world, 100 to 1 to win the whole flipping lot. And wrapping up Group E, it is these bad boys. It is probably the favourites, I'd say, for this group. Looks like they got their pretty evens alongside Mali, but they won Group J to get themselves here, finishing. They did that in 16th of October 2018. Their 19th appearance in the final tournament. 2017 was the last time they were here. They won it back in 2004, and FIFA ranking of 28, and they are 14 to 1 to win the whole stinking lot. So it looks like Mali and Tunisia will be locking horns to win this bad boy. So let's take a look at the opening sets of bits and pieces. It is a squeaky clean table and a squeaky clean fixture list. So the first games of this group will be Tunisia up against Angola, and that will take place on the 24th of June. Kickoffs vary depending on where you're watching this in the world. I believe this is Central European time, so 6 o'clock Europe. For me, that'll be around about noon on the 24th. Also on the same day, a little bit later on, will be Mali up against Mauritania. So that'll be the second game for this group, and that'll hopefully, it looks for me 2 wins for Tunisia, a win for Tunisia, win for Mali, probably to get themselves. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm an expert on African football. We see a lot of the nations come through the World Cup. Some are more powerful than others. I don't even know how to say that team who's in third in the table, let alone see them. Angola, again, I've not really seen much, but I've seen a bit of Mali, but I've seen a bit of Tunisia. Tunisia were fairly decent in the World Cup, last time out for, considering what was up against them. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an expert in African football, but I can see a couple powerhouses when I see a couple powerhouses, and you expect those two to go through. And again, just like the Copa America, there is possibilities for a third place team to get themselves out of this into the knockout phases. But anyway, let's jump into it and take a look at the first couple of games here in Group E. We're going to kick it off with Tunisia up against Angola. Now, over the years, the two sides have only played each other 6 times. Angola yet to taste a victory. Tunisia yet to taste a defeat. 3 wins and 3 draws between them. if you are watching on the old Twitcher sphere, or if you are watching on the later upload on YouTube, stick your own predictions in the comment section down below, and we can review them when we come around for match day 2 for these groups. We'll take a look back. Purple Haze has already dropped in there with a 2-0 victory for Tunisia. The bookmakers have got Tunisia quite convincing favourites, 8-13 to win this. Angola long shots 9-2. The draw is 11-4. Anyone else in the old Twitch chat want to jump in with their predictions? Now is the chance to do this. Obviously, Tunisia, I would say they are favourites for this group easily. We got another one in there. Double Ump's going with a 3-1 victory for Tunisia. Eternal Love, the real fans, is going with a 3-0 victory for Tunisia as well. So it's a clean sweep within the chat. I am going with a little bit like I'm going with Purple Haze on this one with 2-0 victory for Tunisia. Get themselves off and running. You know, again, this is probably the first time I'm ever going to see Angola in action, and I'm concerned. Okay, I will call you Eternal, forever Eternal. Yes, but yeah, first time I've seen Angola in action, and so this, you know, I'm not expecting them the world. I don't really know of any superstar standout players for them, so yeah, but they could be what they could be a good force. It could be a good team, but ultimately I think Tunisia will be too strong and they'll get the victory. Joining them in Group E is Mali up against Mauritania. They're also in here. The current situation between those two sides, they've played each other an impressive 26 times in all competitions. Mali winning 16 of them. There's been 4 defeats by Mali, and there's been 6 draws between them. I'm going to avoid saying that name until somebody can maybe break it down for me, you know, phonetically, because Mauritania. So Purple Haze is already in there. Quick off the draw. 2-1 victory for Mali. Double Up's going with a 2-0 victory for Mali as well. And Eternal Love's going with a draw. Eternal's going with a draw. So the bookmakers, though, they have Mali favourites, nearly evens, 4-3 on. Mauritania 15-4 to win it. The draw is 5-2. Again, I've seen a little bit of Mali, not seen much of the other team. So yeah, my head is going with Mali. I'm going with Purple. Oh my goodness, Purple Laser. Purple Laser, have you got my cheat sheet here? If you got my cheat sheet with all my notes, you're copying every single one I've got so far. So yeah, so victories all round for most of us. A draw there. Mali will be okay. They are a one-man band pretty much, but I think they have enough to get out of this group and possibly, you know, cause a few problems. But to be honest with you, I think Mali, they're not one of the nations I see going out and win this. Said this before in the previous Africa Cup of Nations ones. I see 8 teams, 8 nations possibly good enough. Mali are not one of them. Tunisia are, though. I think they're strong. They've got a lot of French-based players in the French division, and they've also got some other ones in other top divisions domestically. So yeah. Anyway, that, my friends, is Group E. We're going to switch gears now to Group F. This one's also got me a little bit baffled. The flags are flipping pretty much identical. Like, there might be a little bit of a difference here than everywhere. So any flag connoisseurs out there, this is it. This is where you'll earn your crust. So opening it up, we have Benin. They got here by winning, runners up as Group D. They secured their date 24th of March 2019, their 4th appearance in the tournament. 2010 was the last. They've never got out of the group stages. Currently ranked 91st in the world, 125-1 to win the whole stinking lot. Joining them, another green, yellow, and red flag, and this is the Cameroon. They got there only as runners up in Group B. I think originally the tournament was supposed to be in Cameroon, but they had it stripped away from them and it was given to Egypt. They secured their qualification on 23rd of March 2019. 19th appearance in the tournament, their last of 2017. They've won it 5 times, impressively. 54th in the world. 14-1 to win the whole slinking lot. And again, these are one of the teams I would say have got a chance to go all the flipping way. And also another green, red, and yellow flag. It is Ghana, the Black Stars. Is that what Black Stars, Black Leopards, whatever they call them? They won Group F to get themselves here. 30th of November 2018 secured their date. They won, their last appearance was in 2017. They've been here 22 times. Won it 4 times as well, so they're heavyweights. I think they are the favourites right now, or one of the favourites. 49th in the world, 6-1 to win the whole stinking lot. So, yeah. I think, you know, they were impressive. They got Asamoah Gyan, who was talked out of retirement to come back and do this. He's getting on a bit, but I remember him bursting onto the scene in the South Africa World Cup I believe it was the South Africa World Cup. Phenomenal player, went to the Premier League, didn't really do much, but then he went out to the Middle East and scored goals for fun. Goals for fun, and then went to China, I think, and I don't know where he is right now, but, he's back, and he's leading the line. And then another wrapping up is the fourth red, green, and yellow flag. It is Guinea-Bissau. They won Group K, impressively, 23rd of the March 2019. Second appearance in the tournament as a whole. Back in 2017 was their last. They never got out of the group. Currently ranked 118 in the world. 200 to 1 to win the whole flipping lot. But look at that, though. It's just a sea of red, green, and whatever it is, yellow. So anyhow, let's take a look at the group as it looks. Here you go, boys and girls. Here are the opening fixtures, and here is the group as a whole. Everyone's unbeaten. Everyone's 100% record because they've not played a single game. So the opening games, though, for this Group F will take place on the 25th of June. Again, Cameroon taking on Guinea-Bissau in the opening game, and that is a 6 o'clock kickoff in Europe, probably around about noon my time. Not sure wherever you are in the world. They did make the quarterfinals. They were unlucky not to make the semifinals. Yeah, they will be. Yeah, they're treating they're like brothers to each other with the flags. We'll get to your predictions in a second. So yeah, squeaky clean record. Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau open up this group. Ghana, Benin, the next game later on the same day. And then the next batch of games, Matchday 2 for this group, looks absolutely priceless. If you're going to watch one game within this group, for sure, catch the Cameroon-Ghana game. That is to see who comes out on top. And finishing first, second, or third can have a huge factor of where you're going to go in this tournament. If you do finish first, for example, in Group F, and you take on in the next round a third-place team who have just squeaked through, they look terrible, then you're already through to the quarterfinals, pretty much. But anyway, that's just a quick glance at it. So let's take a look at Group F's opening game, Cameroon against Guinea-Bissau. Predictions are coming in. Again, if you are watching here on the Twitchosphere, make sure you get your predictions in for me. And then also, if you are watching on the YouTube, still plenty of time to get your predictions in. Stick them in the chat. We'll review these results. Matchday 2, we'll take a look back at Matchday 1, and we'll see how well you got on. See if you can out-predict the prediction king, which is Nathan Haver, who's a Purple Hazer bad boy. He's the prediction king right now. He's ousted me. Well, he's leveling me up here, right now. Cameroon against Guinea-Bissau. Now, they've played each other 3 times in all competitions, all grounds around the world. Cameroon have never lost, never drew. It's been Cameroon all the flipping way. The bookmakers also see it that way. 7-4 to win for Cameroon. 11-2 for Guinea-Bissau. 13-5 the draw. So we do have two predictions on the chat. 4-0 Cameroon victory for Purple Hazer. Double Up's going with a 3-0 victory for Cameroon. Any more? Eternal, are you in there? You still got any predictions for me? If not, I'm going to jump ahead and go for it myself. Standing by. No, he's thinking about it, maybe. I'm actually going to go with a 3-0 victory for Cameroon. That's right. Double and I have gone with the same call on this one. Goals galore. I think Cameroon will score a bucket. And again, as talked about a different story. I think Guinea-Bissau and Benin are two of the whipping boys, perhaps. Maybe not in Africa Cup of Nations. I do know some experience from the other ones. Anyway, also in Group F, it is Ghana up against Benin. There was mass celebrations when Benin qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations. And they played each other 14 times in all competitions, Ghana winning 7 of them, Benin 2 of them. There had been 5 draws apiece between the two sides across the world, whether it's in Benin, Ghana, in other countries, wherever it is. Yeah. Cameroon's got, Eternal's going with a 2-0 victory for Cameroon in the first one. He's just playing a little bit of catch up here. Ghana against Benin. One-sided for the Black Stars. The bookies also see it that way. 6-4 favourites Ghana, Benin. 9-2. The draw is 5-2. As I have a quick look at the chat, Eternal's gone for a 1-1 draw. Ghana against Benin. Double Up's gone with a 2-1 victory for Ghana. Purple Hazer squeaky bum 1-0 victory for Ghana. As for me, I am going heavy. I'm going big, or I'm going home. 4-0 victory for Ghana to outscore Cameroon to go top of the pops after the first match day. I could be completely wrong. It could, once this tournament gets going, we'll have a kind of a feel of is there goals in this tournament? Is it going to be more of a squeaky 1-0, nil-nils, a lot of boring games, a lot of boring things. But I just have got a feeling, because there's a lot of attention on international football around the world right now, maybe Africa want to put up a benchmark and they go, you know what? You should be looking at Africa right now. You should be checking out Africa football, and maybe Ghana and Cameroon will turn on the flare and put some numbers down. I'm hoping for anyway. But when we come back around, we'll have a bit of an indication to think, you know what? Well, I'm either right or I'm wrong. Which more likely to be wrong. But anyway, that wraps up Group F. And again, you still have time to get your predictions in. Stick them in the chat. Stick them in the old YouTube comments, whatever. Stick them down there below. And I'll review them for Matchday 2. Speaking of Matchday 2, we'll get there in a couple of days' time. I don't know. I think tomorrow there is no Africa Cup of Nations predictions. We'll switch gears back to Gold Cup. And Copa America tomorrow. I think Africa Cup of Nations might come back Sunday for the turnaround. I'll have to wait and see. But anyway, just want to give you an update. If this is the first time you've seen this platform and you're interested to think this guy knows what he's talking about, or this guy is so ridiculously stupid, but I have to keep watching him because he's that daft. Well, this is what's going on the platform, whether it is here on Twitch or it is on YouTube. I'm going to predict the Premier League from day one and the Championship from day one live. For the most part, over on the YouTube channel. I'll also be predicting Bundesliga, La Liga, and Serie A, like I did last season, but I did record them. They won't be live. If you want to become a Patreon member, there are 6 new leagues I'll be predicting. Again, that will only happen if interest picks up. So we'll have to wait and see about that. I'm not going to create myself work if there's no affection for it. And then right here on Twitch, if you've been here live, you know already about it. I am predicting the Gold Cup, the Copa America, and of course the Africa Cup of Nations, boys and girls. If you want links to those platforms, here they come. There they are. Get your pens and paper out and scribble it down. But if you want to just do that digitally, just either look down below on the YouTube or look down below maybe on the Twitch. I don't know how it works on Twitch. But, there should be links to these bad boys over there. Anyway, and again, if you want to feel like you want to support the channel just because you're generous, there are links to the Patreon, boys and girls, and there's some other bits and pieces. But that, my friends, is pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. It's been a long old morning, up early doors to predict, to take a look at the championship fixtures as they came out. That was 4 o'clock. Then we came back again for the Copa America earlier, and of course right here, right now for the Africa Cup of Nations. So it's been a interesting morning, and I'm looking forward to the start of the Africa Cup of Nations because this one, there's a lot of teams involved. It's kind of like a mini World Cup, definitely when you look at the amount of teams involved. It's the first time I'm going to get a look at some of these nations, and I'm looking forward to see some of the big stars. You got Mo Salah, you got Sadio Mane, you got Koulibaly, I believe. He's knocking around as well. There's a lot of key, huge players out there in the Africa Cup of Nations, just like out in the Copa America and a little bit in the Gold Cup. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please smash the thumbs up. But if you do, smash the subscribe. And of course, make sure you smash the follow if you are watching on the Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, head over to the Twitch and smash that follow. Trying to get up to 50 followers, boys and girls. Just too shy last time I looked. And because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on the Twitchosphere in the new season domestically. Got a lot of plans for that. But anyway, I am going to get out of here. I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to have a little power hour. And then I'll be back again tomorrow for some live Copa America, live Gold Cup predictions tomorrow. What the heck is going on with Argentina? That's all I've got to say about that. But anyway, until I see you all again, thumbs up, subscribe, smash the follow. I'll see you all very, 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 very soon. My stinking stream deck is kaput. Ciao for now. If you're looking for some more great Copa America content, why don't you join me for one of my live sessions over on Twitch. Details to the channel down in the description below.